In a world of endless scrolling, rising anxiety, and fading meaning, I found myself in deep silence. And from that silence, I had the rarest chance to sit before the Creator Himself, Brahma Ji, not as a god on a throne, but as a wise teacher, patient, calm, timeless. And this conversation, it's not just mine, it's yours, it's all of ours. So I sat before him, with questions I didn't even know how to ask fully. And this is what unfolded. Namaste, O Creator. In this sacred space beyond time, I ask not for miracles, but for understanding. Today, humanity stands confused, surrounded by knowledge yet starved for wisdom. May I ask you questions, not as a sage, but as a soul seeking light?
My child, ask freely, for the questions of the heart are never small. They are the gateways to awakening. The universe listens when the seeker becomes sincere.
Then I begin, not with the world, but with myself. Why do I feel so lost, even when I seem to have everything? Job, technology, comfort? Why is there this inner emptiness?
Because you were not born for comfort. You were born for meaning. Comfort is of the body. Meaning is of the soul. The world teaches you to acquire, but your spirit longs to remember. That emptiness is not failure. It is the soul's whisper. Return to purpose. Return to presence. You are not empty. You are full of potential, yet unused.
But we try so hard. We hustle, compete, compare. And still, there's anxiety, burnout, loneliness. Is this the cost of modern life?
No, it is not the life that is flawed. It is the lens you're using. You have mistaken activity for growth and attention for love. Modernity offers tools, but tools without wisdom become weapons against yourself. Balance, my child, does not come from doing more. It comes from remembering why you are doing anything at all. Ask not, how can I keep up? Ask, what am I truly chasing? And if your answer is peace, love, or freedom, then slow down. You cannot catch what only reveals itself in stillness.
Then how do we find our purpose? So many people feel stuck, in jobs they don't love, in roles they didn't choose. What does the Brahma Purana say about one's true path?
Purpose is not a profession. It is the direction of your spirit. Your dharma is not what you do. It is how you serve. Every action becomes sacred when it is aligned with truth and offered in devotion. Even the smallest work, if done with awareness and love, becomes divine. But beware, the mind will seek clarity before movement, while the soul finds clarity through movement. So take a step, try, fail, learn. Dharma is not a static answer. It is a living relationship with life.
And what about relationships? In today's world, there is so much heartbreak. People crave love but fear commitment. Why do connections feel so fragile now?
Because humans have forgotten that love is not found, it is grown. The Purana says, where there is ego, there can be attraction. But only where there is humility can love take root. Most seek to be understood, but few are willing to understand. You must love not from emptiness, but from fullness. Love is not a transaction. It is a reflection of your inner harmony. If two broken people try to complete each other, pain will follow. But when two growing souls choose to walk together, that is sacred union. Choose presence over perfection. Listen more than you speak. And remember, to love someone is to water their spirit, not their illusion.
Wise are your words, yet our world struggles with so much hatred, division, and war. What is the root of this darkness?
All conflict begins within. When the mind is restless, it blames the outer. When the heart is wounded, it hardens into judgment. And when the soul is asleep, it forgets the oneness of all things. The Brahma Purana teaches, there is no other. All is one self in many masks. The world is not divided by borders, it is divided by ignorance. Heal the hatred within you, and you will begin to heal the world. Speak peace in your thoughts. Act peace in your relationships. Only then can you expect peace in the collective.
Many today seek to control their lives through manifestation and affirmations. Is this aligned with ancient wisdom? Or is it just modern fantasy?
Your thoughts shape reality, this is true. But not through force, through frequency. Manifestation without self-awareness becomes a trick of the ego. But when desire arises from dharma and is offered in surrender, then the entire cosmos moves to support it. Want less, serve more, and the universe will offer what you never knew you needed. Gratitude is the seed, surrender is the soil, action is the water, and time is the sun. Let your life be a prayer in motion, not a demand in disguise.
One of the deepest fears today is the fear of death. How do we make peace with mortality?
By remembering, you were never the body, you are the breath within the breath, the witness behind the eye. Death is not an end, it is a return to source, a return to stillness. The Purana calls it not death but transformation. Do not fear what is natural, fear only an unlived life. The wise do not wait for the final breath to awaken. They die to the ego every day.
Then what is liberation, O Creator? Is moksha a distant goal or something we can live now?
Moksha is not a place. It is a state of being, here, now. Freedom from anger is moksha. Freedom from greed, from fear, from false identity. This is liberation. The moment you realize you are not your story, the moment you stop clinging to name, form, control, you are free. You don't become liberated. You remember that you already are.
Before we close, there is one last question. What is the grace truth we must never forget?
That you are divine, not metaphorically, not poetically, literally. You are not a seeker of light. You are the light, exploring itself through human form. The world will try to distract you, but return, again and again, to this. I am not this mind. I am not this fear. I am pure consciousness, timeless, free, whole. When you live from this knowing, peace is not far. It becomes your nature. Love is not effort. It becomes your presence. And death is not loss. It becomes reunion. So live not in fear. Live with awareness. Speak truth. Walk humbly. Love deeply. And remember, even in your darkest hour, the divine has not left you. It has only taken the shape of your next step forward.
This has been the deepest conversation of my life. If there's one truth, one core teaching that you want every person to carry with them, what would it be?
Remember this. You are not here by accident. You are a sacred spark in a vast play of consciousness. Life is not something happening to you. It is happening through you. Live as though your presence matters, because it does. Be honest. Be kind. Be awake. And when you forget, return again. This is the path. This is the Purana. This is you.
You have just listened to a conversation that never happened and yet always was. This is the wisdom of the Brahma Puran, not locked in pages, but living in your own being. Now go, not just inspired, but transformed. And remember, the gods are not above, they are within, waiting for you to remember them. This concludes our Brahma Purana series. Share this with a soul who needs it, and may your path be lit from within.